So I was trying to figure out what I should talk about. And one thing that's kind of hit me lately, with myself as well as a couple of my friends, is what people say or think about us, especially our own family members. Um, so I guess this topic would be titled You Say. It's a song by Lauren Daigle. I love this song because I struggle a lot with what my family thinks and says about me. I shouldn't, but of course, I want to impress them and please them and make them proud. Um, we all listen to family and friends when they are discouraging. They say you shouldn't do this or you can't do that. You won't succeed. Um, and we tend to listen to that more than we should. I still struggle with this because there's a specific family members who, in a snarky, sly kind of way, like to put me down or imply that I will never amount to anything. So I focus on that a lot, and I try not to, but at the same time, it still pushes me to work hard and be a better person and be better than what they were. Um, Everyone seems to remember the bad that we do. Why do people remember the bad instead of the good? You know, people like to bring up my past, about my attitude, how I treated people, my drinking problem. I've been an alcoholic for 12 years, going on 13 years, and it's something I do still struggle with spiritually. But even though people, our family and friends, bring up the bad and remember our past, God doesn't. He forgives us for what we've done. He sees the good and the bad that we've done, and He holds us accountable to everything, not just the bad. He does remember and see the good. So when you feel discouraged, like your family only sees the bad that you do or doesn't recognize the good, God does, and that's really all that matters. I know some people were not happy when I broke up with Ryan. They didn't understand why I broke up with him and how I felt. And that's okay. All I know is I could not stay in a relationship where I was not happy. Even though he was a good guy, I still wasn't happy. And I wasn't happy because I wasn't putting God first. And God knows my heart. He knew how I felt, whether my family or friends did or not. And He made a way for me to get out of there, and Ryan wasn't happy either, and he ended up showing his true colors, but I am happy now. And I realized that a good man, after all the abuse that I've been through with other men, a good man still won't make me happy. We have to focus on ourselves and on our relationship with God before anything else, or we will not be happy. We won't know peace. And even though people have said certain things that they're not happy with me about that, or about my career choices, or where I want to go in my life, or people don't have to understand me. But God is making a way, and He's going to have His will in my life, and I'm going to try my best to follow His will instead of my own. He's opened doors for me so I can go to school for real estate without paying a penny out of my pocket. And He blessed me with a job where I can make time for school and for Derek. And we have to listen to his will. We have to develop a close personal relationship with him to know what he wants for us. We can't listen to the people in our lives around us who discourage us and make us feel like we're inferior or that we'll never amount to anything. I have some Bible scriptures that's helped me with this issue in my life. The first one is Jeremiah 29:11. It says, "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end." Deuteronomy 31:16. "Be strong and of good courage, fear not, nor be afraid of them, for the Lord is the one that go with thee. He will not fail thee nor forsake thee." In Proverbs 23:12. "Apply thine heart unto the instruction, and thine ears to the words of knowledge." That pretty much just sums up what I just said. Listen to God, not the naysayers in your ear, on your back every day. They don't know what you go through emotionally. I know there's been many times since I was 8 years old, is the youngest I can remember, where I've had suicidal thoughts. No one understood that. Maybe a couple of people who have dealt with the same thing, but there's people in your life when you deal with suicidal thoughts that say, "Oh, you have this and you have that. Why do you want to end your life?" They don't understand that material things don't bring you happiness. Your spirit, getting your spirit right, is what brings you happiness. So, I understand other people when they go through that. And I understand being put down by your own family and friends who think you can't do anything, who think you're not capable. So, keep these Bible scriptures in mind. They've helped me through a lot. Jeremiah 29:11, Deuteronomy 31:16, and Proverbs 23:12. And really work on your relationship with God, because that's the only thing that will give you peace and happiness.